All right, it's the exhibit that takes a look back at history as we honor Black History Month.
Ashley Williams is at the Aerospace Museum. Take a little tour this morning. Hey, Ashley.
Hi guys, yeah, I was at the Aerospace Museum about a week ago and they said, hey, we have a brand new exhibit getting ready to start, so why don't you come on back? I said, absolutely. Here's the thing, when it comes to Black History Month, a lot of times we see these exhibits and we honor, of course, our culture. We honor Black men and women, but a lot of times that celebration ends on February 28th, but that's not happening here at the Aerospace Museum. What we're getting ready to talk about is going to be up for about 6 months, which is really exciting. Take a look around. It's called Courage Wings to Soar, and every one that we're going to be seeing here this morning, at some point in time, they were involved in the aerospace business. And I want to start with this, the Hidden Figures. We've seen at least the movies, or the one movie I should say, but you know, NASA's Hidden Figures, a group of African-American women. We're talking about mathematics, scientists, and engineers playing a vital role in the early U.S. space program, and that was in the 1940s to 1960s. That's one of so many stories here this morning. I want to bring in Tom Jones. I'll stand on this side of you, Tom. Tom, so good to see you.
Great to see you too.
I just had a kind of a lengthy intro, but I think it's important to note that for you guys, it was important to have this exhibit, but on top of that, it was important to not just have it up for a couple of weeks. You wanted to extend that.
Exactly. And that's, you know, our history is impressive with all the various people that have been involved. You know, we've made this mural about many of the figures that are on this exhibit. Dr. Mae Jameson, for example, you know, she was a young girl. She loves Star Trek, and that inspired her to go into chemical engineering. Inspired her to be an astronaut and a physician. She did incredible things with her life. She ended up being the first African-American woman in space on Space Shuttle Endeavour. Now she's doing all kinds of great STEM outreach and trying to uplift groups, you know, break barriers across our society. So
really,
she's a wonderful person.
I was going to say, when I got here, I said, Tom, why don't you pick out maybe 2 or 3 people that we could really focus on? So come with me, because again, this particular exhibit extends around the corner here. I want to stop here and talk about Bessie Coleman. I personally am aware about Bessie, but why don't you tell everybody at home who she was?
You know, Bessie was the first African-American woman to hold a pilot's license. She couldn't get trained here in the United States, so she went to France. And she became a pilot in France and learned how to fly. She became a really celebrated barnstormer and airshow pilot. Unfortunately, she passed away, but many flight schools across the country were named after her. She inspired literally millions of people. She's just got a really wonderful story. So I encourage everybody to come out to the Aerospace Museum and learn about these incredible African-American aviators and scientists and pilots. And
it's really great to come, like you mentioned, and learn. We do have to wrap it up, but really fast, Tom, if you can, one more person that you really wanted to talk about, or I should say people, Chauncey Spencer and Dale White.
You know, we met Chauncey Spencer's son a couple of years ago, and learning about what Chauncey Spencer and Dale White did, they helped lead the integration of the U.S. military. You know, the U.S. military was not integrated prior to them going to D.C. and meeting with then Senator Harry Truman, who just a few months later became President Harry Truman after Roosevelt died. And Truman, one of his first executive orders was to integrate the U.S. military, and it was because of Chauncey Spencer and Dale White. That's why this is the hidden heroes of aerospace, the mural.
Love that.
It's really cool.
And that mural really is so fantastic. Tom Jones, thank you so much. Again, this particular exhibit will be up for the next 6 months or so, so bring the kiddos out. Come and have a good time. We'll make sure to link everything to the website, gooddaysacramento.com. Coming up in the next hour, there's just more to show in general at the museum, so we'll take a look. Coming up next hour.
One of my favorite museums. I love it. Please give Tom my love. He's a good dude. Good dude.